Welcome to this week's segment of the Geneva State Forest Weekly Report. When we came in today, we came in the main road and there's a bulldozer and dump trucks and they're trying to resurface portions of the road, and it's really coming out nice. It really stops a lot of those holes and whatever, so that's a good improvement. They hired a part-time person here, well, that's a good sign. We'll try to get down there and get some video of them working on the roads. It hasn't rained here in a week. When you come out here to ride your horse, your four-wheeler, whatever, just remember that to wear some kind of protection because it is dusty again. When you're riding, the dust is just everywhere. In fact, when you come in, you can actually see that the trees and the plants and stuff have dust coated, and they'll stay that way until we get some rain. The water level hasn't improved any because it hasn't been any rain, but it doesn't look like it's gotten any worse. Maybe a little bit. It seems like it's getting a little cooler because there's a breeze now for the last week, and that sure helps. When you get that dry or that still humid air, that humidity just drains it out of you. Today we decided that we're going to ride to the different portions of Geneva State Forest and show you what it's like to ride in those areas if you haven't been here. You're not allowed to ride on any of the fire breaks or any of the hunting trails that have the orange signs that say no motor vehicles, and we'll show you those signs. So let's go see what else is new here in the forest. So load up and let's ride. This is the habitat for quail forever. This is a habitat management area that was supplied by the Geneva State Forest to the Quail Forever organization, that they could create a food plot for quail, and it's almost time for them for the food that they've planted. It's blooming now, so we're going to go back and check it out. So you enter the food plot, you see all these beautiful yellow blossoms. Let's go back and check it out. This is what they call partridge peas. This is the blossoms for them, and when the peas form, the quail will come here and eat and eat and eat and live happily ever after. These are partridge peas, quail's favorite food. To head on Harrison Road, just to get to the top of the hill, there's a road that cuts off to the right when you're headed north, and that road takes you right here. This is a pine cone orchard. These are longleaf pines, and they come here every year and they harvest the pine cones and they're sold. This is only one of a number of orchards that they have here. This road is not a fire break, it's actually a road. If it was marked with those little orange signs, I thought there might be one back here. You couldn't come back here. But it's not, so I had an opportunity to talk to Chris Mead, and he told me it wasn't the Forestry Service that was repairing the roads. That was a project that was being done by Geneva County. Just be careful of these gullies that you see on the side of the road, the drainage ditches. They may not be there long, but just be careful. We were riding along up in the north end, and we saw these gopher turtles, and it was like 4:15, and they were just hauling butt into their holes. And they're all of them. There was like 3 of them. The second tortoise we've seen headed for his hole. You get there just as they're getting ready to go in. As you get further up into the north end, you see a lot more hills and little valleys. This is pretty up here. A lot of hardwoods, and it's just beautiful country up here. I like pine trees, but not like I like hardwoods. The longleafs are probably preferable to me than those pulp trees. These at least have some kind of beauty to them, and they put out these gigantic pine cones. Time of the year for these beautiful purple berries. What do they call them? Beauty berries? Or I just seen at least 2 coyotes, and they're right there by the road. One went to the one side, the other one went to the other. I'm hoping that maybe one of them will cross back. Probably sitting there for nothing because they're probably smart enough to go under the bridge, huh? There's a bridge right there. And they're laughing at me because they're smarter than me, because one went one way, one went the other. And they went down to the water and both met up under the bridge. And I'm sitting here with a camera. Let's see if we can see some tracks. One went this way, one was over here, I think. It's like right here. I don't think he jumped, he went back across the bridge. Down that side. Here's a track. There's a good nail set. Right there. The Allen grazes. There's another track. And the other one went this way. There's paws, paw print. She went down, or he went down the hill. That was neat. I wish I had gotten that on tape. Need to get a camera now, I guess. There's an excellent paw print. They were good size. Good size. Pretty dogs. Coyotes. They definitely weren't dogs. Probably down there getting a drink, chasing a rabbit or something for food. Probably a male and a female. They're long gone. That was neat, definitely neat. I love the outdoors. This is a dragonfly. Anyway, here's one of those signs I was telling you about. It's a stop, no motorized vehicles allowed. If you see this sign, you're not allowed to ride on that road. And believe me, they will give you a ticket if they catch you on it. So try to avoid all these areas. Believe me, there's definitely a lot of roads out here, and the road has a lot of shade, and the things you can see on the road are just fantastic. Well worth the $2 for the price of the day. That's for sure. A couple of things we want to add is that the campfire ban has been lifted, so you campers and so forth, you can have your campfires now. For you hunters, check the bulletin board. They're about to post the gun hunt dates for this fall, and that should be up within the week. Well, that's going to do it for another segment of our weekly report here at Geneva State Forest. This has been one spectacular day. I can actually say that after 63 years, I finally got to see two coyotes, a male and a female. They're actually doing some hunting. We never did get the photograph because by the time I came around and I saw them and they saw me, if I had a rifle I could have shot them before I could have got my camera to come on. I reached for my camera and I turned it on and waited for it to do what it had to do. When I got to shoot, one had went left, one had went right. So I left the camera on hoping that one of them would come back across the road. And it just goes to show you that they're smarter than me, because they were standing on top of a bridge. So they went one each way, and then they met underneath and went whatever way they wanted to. I got to see two tortoises. They were making their beaten feet back to their holes before 4:30. Obviously, I would assume that was probably because the coyotes come out at 4:30. But they right into their holes, and that was it. They were done for the day. I got to see flowers. I got to talk to some great people. You know, come on, what more can you ask for $2? You know, I wish I had kids that would have come out here and done this with me. They would have things to talk about for the rest of their lives. Well, anyway, I want to thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time here in the great outdoors in the Geneva State Forest.